It's really important that we get the captaincy right for double game week 19. It's like having two captains, so we're going to target a player that's got two matches, and I'm going to give you my views at the end of the video whether it's worth using the triple captain or not. As you can see on the screen, since I've started doing my captain analysis, my record has been pretty decent. Last week we got 12 points out of Kevin De Bruyne, he got an assist, he should have got 2 assists really because he won the penalty that Sterling missed, and in fact he could have even got a goal if he would have took it himself. Overall I think it was a good decision. It was a bit of an unlucky result, he could have got a haul there, he would have got a couple of returns, he still got one though, which is still decent. First on the shortlist for double game week 19 is Bruno Fernandes. He's got 2 away fixtures up against Liverpool and Fulham. Second on the shortlist is Mohamed Salah. He's got 2 home fixtures against Manchester United and Burnley. And last but not least is Kevin De Bruyne. He's also got 2 home fixtures against Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. At a glance, it does look like the Belgians got the best fixtures on the shortlist, but if we have a look at the defensive stats later on in the video, you'll see that it's actually quite close. Bruno and Salah have the best return points per 90 minutes figures. They are 2.1 ahead of Kevin De Bruyne, but if we look at the underlying stats, De Bruyne isn't actually that far behind. Not only does he edge the non-penalty expected goals, he also tops the expected assists as well, which means that his overall non-penalty expected goal involvement, he wins by quite a margin. Salah's goal output and Bruno's overall returns display why their overall return points per 90 minutes figures are so high. Whilst the Portuguese has a higher return rate per 90 minutes, you get more points for a goal than you do for an assist in FPL, and that is why the return points per 90 minutes is level. Fernandes and Salah are both on penalties, but it looks like KDB has lost his penalties to Sterling. Despite Sterling missing the penalty in City's last match, Pep's comments after the match do indicate that he will take the next penalty, which does mean that KDB has probably lost his penalties. Let's take a look at the opposition's defence. One thing I just want to mention is that Palace haven't played Arsenal yet. They do play Arsenal after the video has been published. I just want to get the video out as soon as possible so you can see it. Anyway, there's not much between the expected goals conceded figures. Salah wins this by 0.1 for his opponents, whilst the goals against figures, Salah also tops this with Kevin De Bruyne ahead of Bruno by 0.1 as well. Salah does edge it in this department, but there is no standout option. As for the clean sheet odds, Bruno is out of favour with his fixtures, Salah has reasonable fixtures, and I couldn't find a market for the clean sheet odds for Aston Villa against Manchester City. They have got decent defensive stats, but they are against City at the Etihad, and they do have the easiest individual fixture on the shortlist against Crystal Palace at home. If we compare the probability of each player getting a goal or an assist, we can see that Salah has the best chance of scoring a goal by 11%. De Bruyne has the best chance of obtaining an assist by 21%. In fact, he has the best chance of getting a return overall. He tops the Fantasy Football Hub points predictions by 0.1 and the Fantasy Football Fix points projections by 1.7. As usual, there is a discrepancy between the two websites where Fernandes and Salah are swapping between second and third place, but they are both tipping KDB as the highest point scorer this game week. All 3 players will have a decent amount of rest before the first set of fixtures, and Salah will definitely have fresh legs. In the second set of fixtures, Salah also has the most amount of rest, whilst De Bruyne and Fernandes only get 3 days. One thing Pep said a few weeks ago is that he doesn't want to rest De Bruyne, and he usually does bluff, but for the past few matches since then he has stuck to his word. He even started De Bruyne in the 3rd round of the FA Cup against Birmingham. Okay, so before I make a decision, there's one player I want to rule out, and that is Bruno Fernandes. After analysing the data, I don't think he's that good of an option compared to Salah or KDB. He's also got 4 yellow cards this game week, so he's on the suspension tightrope. If he gets a yellow card against Liverpool, he will miss the Fulham match, which would mean he gets a single game week. So we're going to avoid him this game week. It's down to Salah and De Bruyne. The player I'm tipping has the best non-penalty expected goal involvement stats, topping both the non-penalty expected goals and expected assists. He's got the easiest fixtures on the shortlist, both at home. He's got the second highest goal odds and the highest assist odds by quite a margin. Fantasy Football Hub are predicting him to get the most points, and Fantasy Football Fix are projecting him to get the most points as well. The player I believe who is the best captain for double game week 19 is Kevin De Bruyne. And if there are any rumours of the Villa match being called off before the deadline, I would go for Mohamed Salah as a safe option. For most seasons, I would say go ahead and press that triple captain button, but not this game week. There is a chance with all the postponements that there might be a triple game week this season, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you don't miss any of the captain analysis videos, and I'll see you here again for game week 20.